Yesterday we learned two Christian couples getting a divorce. The first was actually this this couple broke yesterday morning. Actually, this story came out earlier, ending of last year. This is Pastor Orlando Archat and his wife. But then yesterday evening, before I could jump on and talk about this couple, this is the police records and the mugshot because he allegedly abused his wife. Before I could jump on, we heard that Bishop Jake's daughter, Cora, and her husband is getting a divorce. Sister Cora posted it on Instagram. For those, the deep folks who likes to come over here and say we're gossiping. She posted on Instagram. She said, "It is with a heavy heart that I announce that my husband and I have decided to divorce. This is a very private and personal matter, and I kindly ask for your prayer as I prioritize myself and most importantly my children well-being at this time." And this is the beautiful couple. This is Bishop Jake's daughter, and I gave some thoughts on that, and I talked about how young people, you young, don't get married. Wait, okay, just wait a little bit. I got married at almost 36. It was the best decision I made. Because if I had got married when I was young, I kid you not, I would be divorced today. I would be divorced. Okay. So we're going to talk about this couple today, okay, this morning. And I'm going to read everything. And the wife was on YouTube and she's giving her testimony and so on and so forth. So thank you for your love and support. I am wearing my Made to Be Adored t-shirt. How many of you ladies know we are made to be adored? Not made to be abused, not made to be abandoned, and not made to be cheated on. Come on, somebody. So this shirt is available below. Get your t-shirt, Made to Be Adored. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Thank you for your comments on that video. I saw some people were in their emotions, but that's okay. The truth is truth anyhow. I want to thank you for those of you who have picked up my new book, Take Your Cookie Off the Table. This is it for those of you who talking about it's better to go ahead and get married than to what we're supposed to do about sex. Oh, it's better to have been married and divorced than not to be married. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay. Not to me. To me, it's better not to have gotten married than to get married and get a divorce. That's just genius. Okay. So I want to thank you for those of you who have picked up my new book. Okay, I know, and a lot of y'all, it's better to marry than to burn. But what happens after you get married 2 months and the sex is over? Do you know how many couples are in sexless marriages? Okay, so you can't just get married just because you want to have sex. Take the Cookie Off the Table is available on Amazon and need your glowing review. And of course, 23 Tasks of Guys, we're going to talk about this because this man, Pastor Orlando, was married and divorced, and the ex-wife came out and said the new wife is the cause of the divorce. I'm going to break it all down later, okay? Moments of Gratitude in Christ I Am, The Naked Wife, available on Amazon, okay? A lot of Christian women are naked wives. There are more Christian women who are naked wives than there are unsaved women. Okay, so shout out to Larry Reed. Larry Reed broke this story yesterday morning. But before Larry Reed broke the story yesterday morning, this story came out the end of last year. I just didn't want to be bothered with it because I just couldn't believe another pastor beating his wife. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. Let me remind you over here at Janicehylton. This is a dating channel, it's a learning channel, it's about marriage. We take the TV shows, the books we read, the things we are learning with people and couples, and we apply to our lives and we see how we can learn from it. So to a lot of people, I don't know how it's gossiping when all this stuff is out here. But one of the things, ladies, I need you to do is to learn to gather data. Okay. If he was beating his first wife, guess what? He's going to beat you too. If he was a thief, a liar, a stealer, guess what? He's going to be when you get married because that's who he is. So shout out to Larry Reed who broke the story yesterday morning. But this story was broken ending of last year, and I'll go ahead and get into that too. Larry Reed says yesterday morning, the modern day Juanita Bynum and Thomas Weeks couple that broke headlines everywhere months ago amid alleged attack caught on audio are done. Pastor Damion Orlando Archat and Regina Martin Archat have officially filed for divorce. In a live Facebook video on Monday, January 24, 2022, Damion says that it has been up and down since. Regina filed for divorce, but it's pretty clear she beat Damion to the punch. I think this is the best for them. Best wishes to them. And then he was on Facebook talking, and I didn't want to hear the foolishness, because they're talking, but they sound like they're preaching, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and read this. This is very long, okay? But let me read this first. Because he says in this article here, in this Instagram post, that's so you know people be lying, child. I don't believe nothing these lying people say. He says, so my wife had to go through media. So me and my wife had to go through media news drama for the past 3 weeks. The reality is this: we are not in an abusive marriage. This is personal family matter that we are dealing with. It's not your business. You can pray about it, and that's it. Thanks. See? Arrogant, full of himself. Okay? You can pray about it, and that's the things. Love you is still holding each other strong. PDA, it's amazing how people love to kill marriages, but we staying together. Lies! You kill your marriage. You put your filthy, dirty, nasty hands on your wife. Stop blaming people. You, sir. Can nobody destroy me and Michael's marriage except me and Michael? Let me go, because I got stuff to read, child. All right. So they post that picture there. But then another picture that I didn't upload, he says, all on Instagram. People are so disgusting. Do you know that men and women would actually try to be with me or my wife after hearing the fake news in the media of our issues? Who would want to start a romance with a loser during the worst time of our lives? Y'all folks are funny. So there you go. He's been accused of beating his wife, and then the women are all up in his inbox. There's 5 or 7 charges. I'm going to read the charges, not today, but I just want to get to this part right here, okay? So we got the breakdown of it. And I'm going to come back and tell you what the ex-wife said. So shout out to Obnoxious TV Live, William McCrae. He broke it down last year. This is posted November 1, 2021. I'm going to go ahead and read the whole thing. It says, obnoxious breaking news. Special thanks to my Obnoxious Street Committee for this information right as it went down. At approximately 5 a.m. this morning, Damion Orlando Archat was arrested on 4 counts of assault and battery and 1 count of resisting arrest. According to sources close to Regina Martin, the authorities had been called out to their home on multiple occasions for his jumping on his wife. Me and my husband been married 9 years this year. We've never called the police. The police has never been to our house, except if it's the alarm, or we had to call the firefighter, the firehouse or something. I think my thing kept going on and I couldn't figure it out. Mike was away, went to Home Depot, got a new battery. It didn't work. They came out. They said, I have to change the whole thing. So multiple, because you keep jumping on your wife and you talk about people destroying your marriage. Okay. According to sources close to Regina Martin, the authorities have been called out to their home on multiple occasions for his jumping on his wife. In this case of Dr. Juanita and Bishop Jakes Weeks all over again. So they are saying this couple is the modern Bishop Jakes and Bishop Weeks and Juanita Bynum. Y'all remember them? They got married. I knew that wasn't going to work out. Why? They're 2 powerhouse. Juanita is a powerhouse. Bishop Weeks is a powerhouse. They're knocking heads. They're knocking heads. Two powerhouse don't work. That's like Superman and Batman. They're just going to be fighting forever. Okay? Mm-hmm. Inside of Regina is currently at the hospital receiving treatment for a number of injuries. It seems Damion was so mad and not satisfied with just having severely beat Regina, but he strangled her to the point she lost consciousness, had to be rushed to the hospital. This fight quickly escalated to a brawl, and Regina's two daughters jumped in to aid their mother, Olivia Carter, Jasmine Carter, Regina Martin, are all victims, and Damion was booked Broward County Sheriff Department, where he was booked at 5 a.m. and currently being held without bond. Damion Archat is no stranger to the blog, as he was the subject of a tumultuous divorce full of scandal. He reduced his ex-wife Nina to being an amateur porn star while filming and directing her uh, about his church and sexual acts that he recorded, Jesus, and participated in. He tried to have the courts declare her unfit, and the children were placed. Jesus, and the children were placed in the home of grandparents. The couple that were co-pastors church quickly disbanded during the ugly divorce that was made public. So you see, he was married to the wife, the first wife, and he brought her down to being a porn star. Made to be adored, baby. Made to be adored. Okay? Mm-hmm. Let's read on. All things done in the dark soon come to light. Thanks to Regina Martin for letting the cat out the bag. During one of her Facebook Lives, she shared that her family had a wonderful shopping spree, and her ex-husband and current boyfriend actually got along, that had become friends. So he was married and divorced his wife. She's married, divorced the husband, right? Because the ex-wife is saying that for, let me make sure I get this right. Okay, no. Let me back up. Let me read that. As thanks to Regina Martin for letting the cat out the bag. During one of her Facebook Lives, she shared that her family had a wonderful shopping spree, and her ex-husband and current boyfriend actually got along and had become friends. Well, it was during that live in Damion's distinct voice could be heard in the background, and he was quickly identified to be the love interest of Regina Martin. Shortly thereafter, he and a handful of members he had left that did not even comprise a decent Sunday school class joined Regina's church. Barely 2 weeks after his divorce was finalized, he got down on one knee in church and asked Regina to be his wife. 2 weeks after you got your divorce, you're proposing? Where was the dating? Where was the courting? Come on. How long you get to get police report, W-2 blood test? Come on, somebody. Come on. So he's divorced. For those of you talking about it's better to be married than to divorce, she divorced. According to the allegations, he cheated on his other wife with this one and proposed 2 weeks. I don't care how you cut it, slices, or dice it. But this is the stuff the church folks don't want us to talk about, right? Y'all don't want us to talk about this and call this mess out in the church that we need to stop doing. We need to stop this foolishness. Sweet God of Zion. Girl. But let me read this part. Shortly after he had and the handful of members he had left that did not have even comprise to a decent Sunday school class during Regina's church. Barely 2 weeks after his divorce was finalized, he got down on one knee in church and asked Regina to be his wife. Regina Martin Archat, according to her website, calls herself an apostle and prophet. You didn't see that this man was an abuser, prophetess? What's with the black people and the black church and all these titles? I know it comes from slavery. It's just something about black people and all these titles. Everybody in the black church got to have a title. That's why I don't go to them churches no more. Her ministry is said to be rooted in prayer. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. She has 2 daughters. Regina is the senior pastor of Embassy Church of South Florida and founder of Embassy Academy, a private school for grades K to 12. However, Regina has more serious problem than domestic violence. She is under federal investigation for fraud. Come on, church. Come on, saints. This is stuff y'all don't want us to talk about that is happening in the church, and we need to call it out and we need to stop it because we are supposed to be Christ in the earth. Granted, there are wolves in sheep clothing in the church. But anyways, let me read. However, Regina has more serious problems than domestic violence. She is under federal investigation for fraud. North Lauderdale Commissioner Regina Martin received 2 federal Paycheck Protection Program PPP loans using the address of Tamara Commissioner Marlon Bolton. These emergency pandemic loans were intended to help business owners pay workers during the COVID-19 lockdown. PPP loans were also available for self-employed business owners. State of Florida records show Regina Martin owns multiple corporations. According to the public database, Regina Martin was awarded a $20,000 PPP loan on July 16, 2020. Martin loan was coded as insurance agency and brokered self-employed individual. Records show the funds were not dispersed. State records do not show Regina as a licensed insurance broker. On February 18, 2021, Regina Martin was awarded a $20,000 PPP loan for her tax preparation service existing or more than 2 years old business. This loan was dispersed to Martin. For both loans, Regina Martin used apartment on Ann Lee in Tamara. Campaign records. Campaign records and even a police report show this same address is the residence of Marlon Bolton. Marlon Bolton's official campaign treasurer reports from July 2020 and February 21 list as the address is the same Ann Lee Lane unit used by Regina Martin. State records show Regina Martin owns several businesses located at Ann Lee Lane in Tamarack. These businesses include Regina Martin Enterprise LLC, House of Baby Doll LLC, and Millennium Kingdom International Embassy. During all of this, we discovered Damion was a sleazebag and a lie and attempt to play bloggers against each other with his story. Eventually, he was paid by another influencer who I dare not mention to go on his live broadcast and share his pitiful story. Damion went as far as to lie and say, we asked for money to kill the story. The former military officer suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder and most likely blacked out while whipping Regina and her daughters to the point it took law enforcement to get him to stop developing. Sweet baby Jesus. Oh, here's a picture I said I was. There you have it. This story is developing. Okay. But another Christian couple. But I'm telling y'all, this is all about gathering data, ladies. Okay, for those of you in the comments under my Bishop Jake's daughter video, it's better to be married and divorced than never been divorced. No, ma'am. And let me tell y'all, girls, listen to me. Listen to me. I got married at almost 36. I got married May 11, 2013, and I turned 36 October 11. I was almost 36 when I got married. You know why? I made up in my mind, either I'm going to have the best, or I'm going to have what God has for me, or I'm going to stay by myself. have been married. I could have been married several times. I had dudes that wanted to marry me. Pastors. You know why I said no? I knew they were not God's will for my life. And for me, I didn't want to get married and make a mess of my life and that of my daughter. I wanted to wait, and I made up in my mind. I was 28 years old, went for my birthday dinner. I was crying on my birthday, and I made up my mind. Either I'm going to have what God has for me, or I'm going to stay by myself. But I'm not about to make a mess of my life and that of my daughter. I'm not going to do it. So for me, it's better not to get married. It's better. You have a choice. Marry the devil or stay by yourself. You're going to tell me you're going to go ahead and marry the devil so you can say you was married and make a mess of your life? And you know what my daddy said? The next time he hits you, he might kill you. But anyways, I have to go. Run on over to Amazon and pick up The Naked Wife. Pick it up, baby. Christian women and Christian wives are the most nakedest of wives. And of course, made to be adored t-shirt is below. And my single girls, take it from me. The difference between me and everybody else on YouTube that y'all listen to that's teaching about marriage and singing is I got married one time, 35. Everybody else been married 2 and 3 times and made a mess of their lives. But Sister Janice been married one time, and it's not that I could not have gotten married. I just said, I'm not about to make a mess of my life. I got one life to live. I'm not going to mess it up. I'm not going to do it. And me and Mike will be married 9 years this year. And every day is sweeter than the day before because marriage is to be enjoyed, not endured. I know a lot of y'all in the comments talk about they can't endure nothing. Marriage is not supposed to be endured. This is not slavery. This is not hard labor. Marriage is supposed to be an enjoyable experience. And I'm not saying we don't have growing pains. We do. Just like, my little boy, he got 2 missing teeth here. But the teeth is going to come in after all, but he's not going through it all the time. You're going and struggling in your marriage all the time. I'm just letting you know that's not God's will for you. And for my single ladies that's dating for marriage, marriage is to be enjoyed, not endured. And if you're going to get married because your kitty cat is burning, baby, you better put that thing on the altar. Because I'm letting you know it's better to stay by yourself and pray and seek God than to marry the devil. That's all I'm saying. I got to go, girl. I got to go. I love you. I love you. See you later. Let me know what you think. What you think. Be sure to subscribe. Run over to my Allegedly Janice. I just got the approval. Run a couple of videos for me, okay? And of course, watch my video I put over there on Tasha K and Cardi B. And I'm going to come back later and share my views on my thoughts. Love you, darlings. Bye.